Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Ammers, and thank you so much for all the comments that came in and all the support yesterday for the podcast that me and Paul did about the European Super League. It was a lot of fun. It's a shame that it took a subject like that to create such a fantastic podcast. And the news was breaking live as we were filming, and then obviously after we went off live. The whole thing fell apart yesterday, didn't it? It really did completely fall to pieces, which, is a great thing for football for now. And I'm going to use the words for now. Man City pulled out, Chelsea pulled out, etc., etc. There's been an apology from the Liverpool chairman, very, towel between his legs sort of apology. Like I say, for now, okay, fair enough. But, my fear is, that they play at the Champions League finals, they play at the Euros, for example, and then they start going again with this idea. I don't think this is over. I think, my fear is that UEFA may cater to them now, and try to create a thing where they protect them. And there was already that thing of the elite clubs will have their status continued. I hope that is not the case, but we will see. I do think the Premier League have completely lost their kahunas with punishing the league, punishing these top six. I don't think they will be. I don't think they will be punished, which I do believe is wrong. There's this constant thing of what have they done wrong? And, they've apologised, they've come back. It's an interesting one. I think there's more development to come from this. But at least for now, we're okay. Annie Miles says, Oyo, Luke, if we had a full team this weekend, I think we beat Chelsea, but with the injuries, it's a draw for me. And Duncan says, afternoon, Luke. Welcome to the live show, guys. What I've decided, actually, guys, I was off, obviously, for 2 weeks with Easter. And what I've decided is once a week, when I get home from work, I'm going to try. And, I usually do my live show on the weekend, so that will stay. But what I am going to try and do a live show at sort of this time once a week. I can't promise what day it will be, but I'll try and do one midweek where we talk for half hour, 45 minutes, where we build up to the game, a little bit of a long preview, and we have a little bit of a chat. And obviously we'll still do a podcast, me and Paul. So I'm trying to, and I'll obviously keep up the Arse Luke content as well. But it's nice to have a live show, isn't it? Once a week, where I actually get to talk and interact with you guys. Enough is enough. They need a points deduction. What is the point of giving them a fine when they are rich anyway? I do believe so, mate. If they don't get punished, this will not end. Yeah, I agree, mate. But I just think they've gotten by the balls a bit, and they won't punish them. Anyway, guys, right, enough of that. This was a live stream to talk about the Chelsea game. Obviously, Chelsea played last night. A good result for us, really. Obviously, they drew with Brighton, and a game that Brighton, probably could have won. Danny Welbeck hit the post, and obviously they went down to 10 men right at the end. I don't know how much this Super League stuff and the riots outside the stadium played into that game last night. I think that may have played a bit of a big picture in terms of the players and their focus for the game. But they did go level on points with us, which is, unfortunate. But I do think now we've got a massive chance to try and get something the weekend. So, like I say, very, very quickly, let's just share this screen. The site I was telling you about last week. So here it is. Just bear with me. So this is that site I was telling you about, where it tells you all about the team. So Chelsea were playing, and like I say, you can see their last few results. They're obviously 0-0 against Brighton. They beat Manchester City 1-0 in the FA Cup, which was a fantastic result. And obviously, they went through against Porto, beat Palace, and obviously they did lose to West Brom 5-2 a few weeks ago as well. Just moving through, we don't need to see that. So what are their strengths with Chelsea? If, for anyone who doesn't watch them properly, They love shooting from direct free kicks. They're very good at attacking set pieces. They attack down the wing quite a lot. Defending set pieces is also a key area for them, something we are good at. They like stealing the ball from the opposition, and their weaknesses, most of their goals come from individual errors. Their style of play is possession-based football, short passing, attacking down the right-hand side. They rotate their first 11 regularly. This is the most, so this is their last lineup that played last night. Kepa in goal, Christensen, Zuma and Rudiger. Reece James, Jorginho, Mount, who, fantastic player, Mason Mount. Marcos Alonso has, refound his form under Tuchel. Ziyech now starting to play a bit. Havertz is playing that sort of false nine striker role. Christian Pulisic also starting to play and do some bits now for them. So, they're a good side. Obviously, they lost Frank this year. But Tuchel looks like, he's a decent manager there. Looks like a fantastic manager with some really good ideas and has got some life out of those players that we maybe thought didn't have much life in them. Obviously, Werner, hasn't set the world alight yet. But someone like Mason Mount is, what a wonderful player. Wonderful, wonderful player. I'm a massive fan of Mason Mount. It's a shame that Rice can't have his battle with him this weekend. Let's just go into the comments quickly. What do you think of the rumours about GSB bringing somebody in to get Celtics, Osdon, Eduardo, and how do you rate him? He's a decent little player. Again, Scotland's a hard league to judge on how good you are. But, if you're scoring goals, then why not? Chelsea couldn't beat Brighton last night. Brighton were a better team as I saw it. So hopefully that gives us a chance the weekend. I agree. And someone's made a really good point in a minute. This site is really good. I printed off the Newcastle West Ham team sheet. Yeah, it's a fantastic site, guys. That site that I use now tells you like the last team sheets, tells you of all their injuries and stuff like that. So yeah, again, we're not sponsored by the site, but I think it's a fantastic site for any research and stuff like that, especially for a YouTuber. Will they have one eye on the semi-final in the Champions League next week? Yeah, there's that as well, isn't there? Obviously, they're playing Real Madrid. Massive game for them. Huge, huge game for them. Battle of the ex-ESL teams. That's a huge game. And, what a statement it would be from Tuchel if they were to go on and win that game, and get themselves into the final. So, it would not surprise me if they've got one eye on that. And, as a player, they're the sort of games you want to play in. So maybe, you don't want to get injured because you want to be playing in that game. So hopefully it could play into our hands. But it's a huge game. It's a huge, huge game. Without Rice, Antonio, Cresswell, I worry. Our defence is dodgy right now. Obviously, Dawson won't be playing, thankfully. He has been a bit of a liability recently, mate. And there's no discredit to him. He's had a fantastic, season with us. But definitely, no one should be immune from, criticism. And at the moment, he isn't playing well. So even if he wouldn't have got banned, I potentially would have took him out anyway. It looks like Lingard should be okay, which is a good thing. It's such a shame. I don't know about Cresswell and Masuaku, what's going to happen there. No, that's my cat there. I do apologise. But hopefully, we'll have enough. We'll have enough to do them. Kent says, that won't be the lineup for the weekend for me. Christian won't play, Kepa won't play, and a few others, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, mate. That's just obviously the lineup we played last night. I do think there'll be a few changes in now. Probably Werner will play, maybe Tammy Abrahams. I don't know whether is Tammy Abrahams injured or not. So just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to put my cat out very quickly because he's getting on my nerves. There you go. Right, cat's gone. Must have been a Chelsea fan, not like what I was saying. Right, anyway, I've got a few other things to show you guys. So just very, very quickly, I do like sharing some of these sites. So this is David Moyes' record against Chelsea, okay? So I'll blow it up a little bit, guys, because it might be a little bit small from your end. So against Chelsea, David Moyes has played 41 matches, and this is quite a frightening stat here. Look, out of those 41 matches, he's lost 23. Drawn 12, and he's only won 6 times against Chelsea. Obviously, one of them was last year as well, with the late Yarmolenko goal. Point average, we only average, less than a point a game against them. Well, he does anyway. So that is not good reading at all. Also, got a couple more things I want to show you guys. So let's look at their injuries and suspensions. So Chelsea's currently their only major injury is a guy called Masondo, so no one major, and then no one at risk of suspension either. So that's a shame, isn't it? Obviously, earlier in the season, guys, again, just very, very quickly, one more thing I want to show you. Obviously, earlier this season was one of our, poorer performances against them. But to be fair, we actually did play quite well in the game, but we just completely capitulated. And it was obviously a 3-0 loss in the end. We just completely capitulated. We was playing well to a point. This site's playing up now. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it was 3-0. Obviously, Thiago Silva got that early header, didn't he? Tammy Abraham scoring a double on the day. And just for you, don't remember last season's great game. One of the things that sort of sparked our survival last year, obviously the 3-2 win, which was a great night. Again, like I say, so Willian, got a penalty, and also scored another goal. Souček was banging the goals. Antonio was as well, and obviously Yarmolenko got that late run. And it was a massive win that sparked our survival last year. So a great game, and hopefully we can put some sort of performance in like we did then. And who knows, mate? Hopefully it'd be fantastic. Let's have a look here. Shout out, please, mate. There you go, mate. I've put your comment on the screen for you. There you go. Biggest game of the season so far, in my opinion. Massive, mate. It seems like, Leicester was the biggest game. Wolves was the biggest game. The fact that, we lost the Newcastle game, which was disappointing, but we're still there. We're still fifth. We're level fourth at the end of the day, apart from goal difference. I know it. Once the 38 games goes, if the goal difference comes down to it, we won't be fourth. But the fact that we're still there, and even a point would be a fantastic point the weekend. It is credit to us this year. Hopefully we can keep ourselves in it, for 1-2 more. If we're still in it with, 4 games to go, I really fancy us. But because I think some players will be back then, and it's just sort of getting over this little bit now with the injuries we've got. Hopefully, we can just sort of keep our heads above where they're. We were the better side in that game. We were, mate. We were, and then we just sort of, had a madness moment, did we? Had like a mad half hour where we just completely capitulated in that game. What else we got? If we win, do you think we'll finish top 4? Massive chance then, mate. Massive chance. We would have beat one of our rivals. We would have gone 3 points clear, which means, Chelsea have to win and we have to lose for them just to go equal. Obviously, their goal difference plays a little bit in it. But I think it would give us massive confidence going into what would be the last 5 games. And you really got to believe that we will have, the minerals to go through and do it, mate. And I think, I do think that we'd have a massive chance, a massive chance. I really, really do. Looking at danger men for them guys, obviously the obvious one is Mason Mount. Seems to be, like the new Frank Lampard, doesn't he? He's a goal scorer. He's got fantastic skill, fantastic pass for the ball. There's so much fantastic English talent out there at the minute. Foden, Mount, Grealish, Maddison. There's so much, that play in that role. And I think Mount's one of the ones that, is a massive shoehorn for the England team in the Euros. I'm a massive fan. Pulisic on his day, can cause loads of havoc. He's sort of like a poor man's Hazard. So that's a tough battle to do. The defence is, reasonably okay. I would say maybe the Chilwell side is a bit weaker, but then Chilwell hasn't really been playing. They've been playing Alonso there. It's not going to be easy. It's not. This Tuchel has definitely, rejuvenated that side. But yeah, we just got to go and give it the best we can. You know, we lacked the pressing in the Newcastle game. Hopefully, you know, we come out and we press a bit. It's just such a shame that Rice ain't fit for this game because, you know, Souček's had to play a much more reserved style of football, you know, without his best mate next to him to work, you know, share the running and share the job. You know, he's had to really rein back on them runs and then, you know, them late arrivals in the box because, you know, he's got to get back for Mark at the end of the day. So, you know, we're really, really missing that. Reports saying we are interested in Preston youngster Mike Oxmell Graham. Can't say I've heard of him, mate, but yeah, I'm always keen on the you know, young players. Losing against the Geordies might have woken up a giant massively. Yeah, and like I say, you know, I was angry when I first made the review in the Newcastle game, Peach. But you know, the day after, you know, I reflected on it and, you know, I realised actually, you know what, we went down to 10 men with a really weakened team. Both goals were individual errors rather than, you know, Newcastle absolutely destroying us. The fact that we got it back to 2-2 in that game, you know, is a bit of character. And it was just a really fantastic goal at the end of the day. I know Johnson didn't jump, but, you know, that header was like Shearer-esque header from Willock. So, yeah, you know, you've got to take some positives out of the Newcastle game as much as we were all disappointed that we lost that game. No coincidence, we've started conceding more with Rice out of the team. Definitely, mate. I think Diop and Dawson have both got a mistake in them as well. I think that's the problem. Their 10 seems handy. The US fella, yeah, no, he's a very good player. Pulisic, very good player. Very tricky. I just love a clean sheet. It's been so long. It certainly has, mate. But I will take a 3-2 win again. Yeah, I don't want the stress of going 3-0 up, but yeah, I would take a 3-2 win again all day long, mate. We are massive. We are, mate. And like I say, no matter what happens this season now, you know, it's been a fantastic season. I'd like to think that, you know, with another win or two, which you'd expect us to potentially get 2 more wins out of the 6 at least, would guarantee you Europa League at least now. It's just whether... What do you guys think, you know, in terms of the Champions League? Do you think, you know, out of the 6 games left, how many of them do we need to win, or how many points is probably a better thing of saying, really? So out of the 6, would you say we need to win 4, or would you say 10 points would be enough? Like 65 points, would that be enough? Maybe 66? You know, what would that be? That would be 3 wins, 2 draws, and then a loss. That could be enough. I think we'd need to win at least 3 of the 6 to, you know, be right in there with a chance. But who knows? Who knows? You know, they've all got to play each other, and Chelsea's a big one. Harry Parker says 3-2. Me too, bruv, to be honest. Don't understand some people saying top 6 shouldn't be punished. Because it's only the owner's fault. Other clubs gone into administration. Sheffield Wednesday points deduction due to their owner's mistakes. I agree, mate. I think the Premier League might have lost their balls a bit. I don't think they will be punished. You know, it's amazing how the rhetoric has changed. You know, Sky Sports, oh, these clubs, they should be relegated, blah, 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 blah. As soon as they've gone, oh, we're sorry, we're so sorry. We're sorry we signed a contract. We're sorry that we was going to leave for 300 million. That soon as rhetoric turned into you can't punish these clubs because you're punishing the fans. Were they thinking that when they fined 25 million and nearly made us go bankrupt over the Carlos Tevez thing? Were they thinking that when they made Wigan, you know, 15 points, Luton, etc.? You know, why are the top 6 immune from this? You know, I think at minimum, to be honest with you, I potentially wouldn't do the points deduction. What I think would be better is a transfer embargo for a year and a European ban for a year. So, you know, that it hits their pockets, and also, you know, it's a bit of you're punished for even looking and trying to get out of, you know, the Champions League and the prestige of that. Was it Sheffield Wednesday fans' fault that they were docked points this season? No, that's exactly it, mate. And listen, mate, I know you're very knowledgeable about football. But I just, like I say, I do think, mate, that they're going to bottle it. I think the Premier League are going to bottle it, mate. The rhetoric has changed completely from this irate, raging anger that was about Sunday and sort of Monday to, oh, we should thank them, actually. We should thank them for coming back. They should 100% be punished, but we all know they won't. It's a joke. Defo ban them from European games. Yeah, I think the European thing should happen. You know what? Now I actually hope that Paris Saint-Germain win the Champions League. You know, they were one of the clubs that, you know, said they weren't going to be part of it. So yeah, actually, do you know what? I'll be cheering PSG on to go and win that tournament now. Aside from the Chelsea game, 5 possible wins. They haven't been brilliant. The worst thing is if it was 6 League 2 clubs trying to grunt, the absolute book would be thrown at them. So, mate, if it was West Ham, if West Ham were trying to join some like, I don't know, let's call it like a mid-table European Super League, you know, where it's us, say for example, like a Lazio, a Dortmund, because obviously Dortmund didn't want to join. But you know, like if it was like the best of the rest league, mate, we're out of the league, mate. We'd be thrown out like that instantly, West Ham. But because it's this big six, and you know, the Premier League know that the big six cater Sky. The rhetoric on Sky and TalkSport is not going to be to punish them, because all it is full of pundits of those teams. You know what I mean? So that it'd be very interesting to see what Gary Neville comes out with now in terms of how much he thinks they should be punished, or if they should be at all. Some stunt even. They should relegate all 6 teams and push them down a few divisions, so it takes them a while to get back. They did that to Rangers, and when what Rangers did was a lot less. Good shout about PSG, Luke. I'm with you on that one, my friend. Okay, guys, like I say, this is just a little short one, a little short live video today. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes to read through comments. But yeah, if you've got anything for Ask Luke, there'll be an Ask Luke video tomorrow and an Ask Luke video Friday. And then hopefully me and Paul can do something Saturday, Saturday at about 12 o'clock, to build up to the Chelsea game. John Barnes on TalkSport today was spot on. If you ain't heard it, check it out. No, I have heard it, mate. I have heard it. Yeah, I did, and I think he was spot on with that. Definitely, mate. It was a great video, and again, if no one's seen that, it's a good suggestion from Harry. That anyway, guys, like I say, short and sweet. But yeah, I will try and do a live video once a week during the midweek, so we can have these little chats and talk about anything that's gone on. Until next time, guys, come on, you irons, keep believing. Let's go. And I'll just finish with that because it's a lovely comment from Jamie. Good video again, mate. Keep up the content. It's been great lately. Thank you, mate. Till next time.